Yo, yo, yo! Bro, this whole time I've been trying to think of something on how to start this show. But what is up, guys? Welcome to Knuckles FM. We are changing it up a bit, if you couldn't tell. We're in another studio. We are in another little setup. We changed it up quite a bit. That's what took me so long, because normally I'm on top of getting videos out there, but I want to do the show a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a lot of fun the way I've been doing it now. Turn that down. The way I've been doing the show now, it's been a lot of fun, honestly. And I wanted to do this live. You know, I wanted to do all the topics that I would normally make a short video on and go live, because honestly, I'm a fan of live streaming, and I look at Knuckles FM as a show, and I would love nothing more than for it to actually become a show, a live show. Rocky is here, of course. Look at that. I did not get rid of him. My boy is still here. He has his own chair, set up. So he has that spot. Now, when it comes to like having other people on the show, because I will be having guests on. Guests will be on the show. That is for sure. They will be sitting where Rocky's at, and I think Rocky will have to sit on their lap. I don't know yet. I haven't thought of that yet. But other than that, welcome to the show. We are live, so I can't mess up. So there's that. I'm really excited. In a way, this is going to be season 0. All right, we're in season 0. And we are going to be working out all the kinks the rest of the year. Now, it took me until I was all set up for here to realize that Thanksgiving is next week. So I'm gonna have to work around that, because I'm having my first ever Thanksgiving dinner with family on a Saturday. That'll be fun. It'll be kind of nice, because if you think about it, imagine. I have multiple families that we don't all eat together, because obviously I got my side, then my wife's side. But what's nice about separating it is that we could spend a lot of time at my family's house one day, and then we can spend a lot of time at her family's house the other day. In a way, I think it's a win. And it makes me think that Thanksgiving is not just a one-day event. It is now a 2-day event. I'm here for that. I am here for a 2-day event all day long, but pretty much I don't exactly know when I'm going to be going live. We might be doing lives twice a week. I'm thinking Wednesday and Saturdays, because it seems pretty easy to do it that way. But pretty much Knuckles FM will be live from here on out, but I will be chopping up the videos into bite-sized clips in case people miss the show. You know what I mean? So you got the option. You can watch the whole unedited live stream, or just wait for the video to come out on certain topics. You know, I don't know if I'll make a video for every single topic, but I might, because then that makes the content flowing a lot easier on the show or on the channel. So yeah, there's that. I need a cough button. There's that. But yeah, no, I'm in a new studio, I keep calling it a studio, but it's actually the opposite corner of my basement. It's a lot bigger over here, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot more to the setup here, but I just haven't. I only have 2 cameras, one for me and one for Rocco, and he's using it up pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Rocco, he's a little bit awake, I'm not gonna lie. But I love this spot. It feels nice, and I'm super excited for it. Now, if y'all didn't see the thumbnail and the title, unless it's changed by now, because I got vidIQ. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of small YouTube channels use vidIQ. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it uses AI to let you know if you have a good clickable thumbnail and title. Sometimes when my thumbnail score is at a 60, but my title is at an 80, the video does pretty well. I've yet to understand it. I might re-download it. I don't know. Because I know this will be a TikTok here. So what up, TikTok? Small creators. What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on it? Because honestly, I'll use ChatGPT to help me come up with a title at least, and then I'll just bounce it off of like their suggestion, and then I'll kind of like mix it around so it's not all just AI. But yeah, the title and thumbnail might change. But if you're looking at it, back to what I was saying, the Epstein files finally got, I think they're getting released, which is sick. It's all pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. It's about time. It's been a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie. And sorry, I am getting bombarded with text messages from my buddy Austin, who apparently met a Power Ranger. I don't even know what that means. But he met a Power Ranger today. We're going to be talking about the Epstein files being released. That will be the main focus of the show. But we got other topics that happened this past week. I'm very excited to see about it. Where I'm at with the Epstein files is I feel like it took a little too long to get out, because I do love, Trump's campaign was all about, we're going to release the files. He gets in, and then they didn't exist, and then all of a sudden they do exist because now they just got voted and signed to where now they're going to be released. So now I'm very curious on what this means when it comes out, because I'm sure it's a lot of documents. I'm not sure how soon everyone will be able to go through them all. I bet money, it'll be like heavy redacted. If I had to take a guess, it's going to be heavily redacted. And I don't think we'll learn anything new besides just names. We'll get names, but I'm not really sure what we're really gonna get from it, if you know what I mean. Rocky, are you on the Epstein files? Rocky? He's ignoring the question. Smart dog. But we got many things to talk about on the show. We got Chick-fil-A girl getting arrested. I don't know if not Chick-fil-A girl, the DoorDash girl, who filmed that naked man on his couch. She got arrested, believe it or not, which is honestly pretty wild. Let me pull up the, let me pull it up here. The 23-year-old DoorDash driver named Olivia Henderson was arrested in Oswego, New York. She delivered the order at October 12th and recorded a male customer who was naked and unconscious on his couch. She later posted it on TikTok. She claimed the victim intentionally left the door open for her to see his willy. She said, "I'm a victim." She posted it online and went super viral, and everyone's like, what is happening? Everyone was going after this guy, and it was getting really bad, but we're all sitting here like, why isn't the guy saying anything? Well, some sources say that the guy had video evidence that she pushed the door open. So that's where it came down to where it's like, oh snap. It's probably what I've understood is that if you have video evidence, you can't really post it around online, or it's going to like, you can't use it in court. So that would make sense, I guess. So now, so something happened. She got arrested. She was charged with 2 felonies, unlawful surveillance, 2nd degree, and disinformation of an unlawful surveillance image. Oh my God. So pretty much she posted the video of the guy in the nude that was unlawful in the 1st degree. So her next court date is scheduled for December 4th. That's wild. Imagine being a DoorDash delivery person and you blow up on TikTok, but you know at what cost? She probably made a deal with the devil. Not gonna lie. She made a deal with a demon to make her pop off on the internet. blow up, blow me up on my TikTok, sir. I'll do anything. Sign my life away. So, or it was like a genie. It was probably a genie wish. That's what it kind of is. Genie, I wish that I can blow up on TikTok. And then she blows up on TikTok, but she's going to jail. So she really fell on her sword. I'm not gonna lie. Big L's for her. But as more comes out in the court case, we will learn it. But for now, it's hilarious that she even got arrested. I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, because she posted the video thinking everyone would just choose her side. And obviously, some people are smart enough to say, yeah, that's kind of effed up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, if the guy left his door open intentionally, then shame on you, sir. But I've said this before because I made a video on it. But if she pushed it open, then she deserves what she's getting. So yeah, we got that. So that was one of, like, I saw that and I couldn't stop laughing at it, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, it's all pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that whole incident is pretty dumb. And if you want to know what's really dumb, the iPhone, what is it called? The iPhone Apple Pocket. Bro, have you guys seen these? Rocky, have you seen the iPhone Pocket? Rocco, he is snoring. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is snoring right now. The iPhone Pocket. Let me tell you about this. I obviously I haven't got to the point where I can upload, like, put photos on here. But the iPhone Pocket, let me see if I can find a photo of it. Or maybe I won't. But the iPhone Pocket is this weird thing that you could carry around like a little purse. Like a little purse. But it holds your iPhone. You know what a pocket can do, a regular pocket, but now you can hold it out like it's a little purse. And this thing, bro, a short strap version is around $150. And a long strap version is $230. Who is dumb enough to get this thing? My audio on? Hang on. A short strap version. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that my audio was on. Okay. The short strap was 150. And here's the saddest part, because I think we're fried at a society, is these things sold out immediately. They sold out right away. People actually paid $150 and they paid $230 for this. I'm not answering that. I love it when I tell people, hey, I'm going live. Don't call me or don't message me. I'm going live. Hey, oh, it's my wife. I did tell her 4 o'clock. In my defense, I told her I wouldn't be live. Isn't that right, Rocco? Did that wake you up from your nap, Rocky? Are you awake? Yeah, he is a tired boy. He's a tired little boy. And he's going to go back to sleep. You going back to sleep? Sleep. Ragu? Yeah, he likes it when I call him Ragu. He's my little crab rangoon. Yeah, are you my little crab rangoon? You my little crab rangoon? He's precious. He is precious to me. I'll fight anybody for him. But yeah, no, the Apple Pocket Sock is probably the dumbest product. And I think, what was it that was, it was what is that? Whenever, like, oh gosh, what is the word? Where literally it doesn't matter if it's if it is the Apple, like the product. No matter what type of product it is, the person who bought this is like sold their soul to it in a way. What is that called? You know what I mean, though, is no matter what this brand will put out, you will buy it regardless because you are hooked, lined, and sunk into the bottom of the pit. You know, and Apple is good and all. I love Apple. I have an iPad here, iPhone, and my iMac that helps me go live and do all the things that I really enjoy. Now, did a kid get forced to make this in a cave somewhere? More or less. And I appreciate his hard work or her hard work, whichever. Yeah, that was kind of effed up. I'm not gonna lie. You know what else is messed up? This whole Ariana Grande and Cynthia, whatever her last name is, this whole Wicked 2, this Wicked 2 promotional tour, like the where they're going out doing interviews. When I tell you, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Like, we got Cynthia out here in the middle of an interview. Not only did she get afraid of a helicopter, but she had to fix Ariana's necklace. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Nothing was wrong with that necklace. Nothing was wrong with it. A lot of people were saying we just watched a witch put a cast on Ariana. She put a little drive-by words. She put a spell on her while fixing the necklace. It was it was probably the spell of don't eat. She put a spell on Ariana to not eat. I don't understand why they're always crying. That's the weirdest part. A lot of people have been picking up on it. They're always crying. And it makes no sense because you guys made a movie about the Wizard of Oz witches. You made a movie based on, like, their main protagonists are the witches in the Wizard of Oz. And we're out here making a musical of it, which I think there was a Broadway show of Wicked it's like 2 to 3 hours long total. But Wicked movie turned into like a 5-hour movie to where it's like, where did you guys pull all this extra content out? I don't know. But pretty much, we got this movie going, and this movie, the interviews for it, and they just won't stop crying. You're probably wondering, like, what did they do on this movie? Every time they talk about the movie and the filming process, they just start crying. It's like, guys, did we sacrifice a child? Why are we crying so much? And eat a goddamn sandwich. You need meat. Get some meat on them bones. Maybe not meat, but just eat some food. Eat some peanut butter. Something. You need it. Do you agree, Rocco? I don't understand. They're so skinny. This is kind of a messed up joke. I don't know if I want to say it. I don't know. I literally feel like, oh, we lost Rocco. No one's here, but we lost him. Lordy, now he's gonna bark. Hey, listen, this is the first show live, baby. It's not the first. We've done many of these, but yeah, no, Ariana Grande and Cynthia, they're so freaking skinny. You would think the movie that they filmed, because they're crying so much and they're so skinny, was something to do with the Holocaust. You know? Was that a little messed up? Maybe. Is it a joke? Absolutely. Nothing funny about the Holocaust. But I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say here, but why can't I almost see their bones? They are bones wearing skin suits at this point. Anyway, I'm sure the movie's good. The fan base, don't come after me. I'm not dissing the movie. We don't understand what is causing them to cry so much. We think they sacrificed a child on the set. Did a munchkin get hung? Did we sacrifice a munchkin or two? Did we? I don't know. I'm excited to get this press tour. That's the word. I'm excited to get this press tour out of the way. Let's get out of here. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just move on to a different movie, please, because these are getting wild. What do you think, Rocco? Oh, now you're hiding. Now you're hiding, Rocco, and that's not fair. Speaking of movies, I did watch No Country for Old Men. I first time ever watching it. I'm not gonna lie, after seeing all the praise for this movie for so long, did I go in expecting a lot? No, because when I did research on it afterwards, I didn't realize how many people praised the movie, saying it was their best movie ever. This is top 10 or top 5 best movies in the world. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna disagree. You know what I think is twice as better than No Country for Old Men? Nacho Libre. Nacho Libre had a better story than No Country for Old Men. Now, with that being said, No Country for Old Men was a decent movie. The third act is what killed me, and it kills a lot of people. But here's what I absolutely hate the most about No Country for Old Men, is that everyone who says they hate the third act to the wrong person. The person who says this is the best movie ever, they will look at you and say the third act had, like, you had to understand this is the meaning. No, the main guy on the run got killed off screen. That's a big L. And then the killer, the psychopath, he was a good psychopath. He was wild. I just didn't understand. It was like a weird. Like, there was no end to it. There was no ending exactly besides him walking off, which in a way it means he got away. But like, we don't exactly know if he killed the wife. I can imagine. I can only assure that he killed his wife. The cop that didn't hardly do shit the whole movie. He gives you here's a little story time about the dream I had, which is probably something important, but made no absolute sense. Even if I watch this movie for a second time, I'd still feel the same way. Everything leading up to the third act was decent. When it hits the third act, you go, what? That was kind of dumb. You didn't stick the landing, guys. The plane crashed, if I'm being completely honest. The plane has crashed and burned. No Country for Old Men, I give it a 6 out of 10. Come at me, losers. Yo. I did, you know what I forgot to do at the beginning of the show was take a little tipsy, take a little sippy of this Crown Apple chocolate. Crown Apple. It's Crown Royal chocolate. Now, I did forget at the beginning of the episode, I was going to do a taste test of the Crown Royale chocolate. This is a limited edition Crown Royale. I just got into enjoying some Crown Royale, and I saw this at Sam's Club, and I was like, yo, give me that. Give me that. So I figured, what better time? I'm trying not to break the box because it's a limited edition, guys, and some people might kill me for breaking the box. Look at that. Look at that bottle. Okay. I do like these bags, the little baggies. I do like the baggies. Now, my favorite Crown Royale drink right now is vanilla. Crown Royale vanilla is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. But we're going to be testing out the chocolate because I don't know. I saw it and I was like, that's a good looking bottle, honestly. Look at that. I almost don't even want to open it, if I'm being completely honest, you know? But if I'm being completely honest, I could go buy another one if I really wanted. But we're going to test it. We're going to give it a shot. No pun intended. Now, what I have here for a chaser is Crown Royale vanilla with ginger ale. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. pop here if you can hear it. I don't know. I don't even know if that was satisfactory. Yo, did it? Get focus on me, damn it. You stay focused on me. Get a little smell. Ooh, that chocolate. Chocolate is strong, I'm not gonna lie. All right. We are testing the Crown Royale chocolate straight out of the tit. What do you even mix that with besides milk? I don't know about that. 5 out of 10. 4. We're gonna be honest, 4. Damn, I think it's a little too late to ask if Crown Royale would sponsor. I don't think they would because of that low score I gave it. I'm being honest. I would be the most honest sponsor you'd ever have, Crown. You might sell more with me on there. I don't know. A little sniffly. That was awful, actually. That was. I'm so glad we waited until 26 minutes into the show to do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What was another? Oh, dog cloning. Have you guys heard about dog cloning yet? Yo, so Tom Brady loved his dog so much, about like me and Rocco. I had to move so you can see Rocco. It's about like me and Rocco here. I love Rocco so much. I am going to cry when this guy goes away. When he passes away and he's gone from me forever, I will be distraught. Not gonna lie. Now, Tom Brady was the same way with his dog. He actually is, I think he's a big like sponsor, or he is investing into this company who did the dire wolves. They cloned and brought back the dire wolves from extinction. This dog cloning is basically making the genetic duplicate of your pet using its DNA. Companies like Viagen, I think it's Viagen Pets in the US are currently offering this service. So it's a thing. He cloned his dog and it looked exactly like the one he had before it passed away, or after it passed away. This is how it works. Scientists take the DNA sample from your dog using tissue from the abdomen. Science is hurting my brain. The tissue from the abdomen or skin. The DNA is inserted into a donor egg. The egg is implemented into a surrogate mother dog. After pregnancy, the surrogate gives birth to the puppy with the genetic twin of your original dog. But here's the important thing. The clone isn't the same dog emotionally or behaviorally. It is just the same DNA. See, that was my biggest thing around this whole thing, is the fact you are getting a copy of your dog, but the spirit and soul won't be the same. You know what I mean? I could get a complete copy of Rocky here, right? Rocco, grab Rangu. Ragu? Grab Rangu. See, now, the clone Rocky probably won't act that way. You see, Rocky here loves it when I say Ragu. You like Ragu. But the clone may try to fight me. I don't know. He may. The clone has the same look and all that, but it's not the same dog, if I'm being completely honest. You know what I mean? The same dog is gone. That original dog you had, hey, Rocco, we lost him again. That original dog you had is still gone, and all you have is a shell with a different spirit. and that I think is heartbreaking and just sad in general. And I don't know if I would get that. Absolutely not. Because here's where it really comes down to is that it'll take away from getting other dogs. Instead, you're just constantly copy and pasting, copy and pasting. Instead, you could be getting an awesome dog from a shelter or, somewhere else that isn't cloning a dog. Go get a shelter dog. I don't know if he was a shelter dog. Scrappy, my fifth pug. He was rehomed twice, and they're looking for a home, and we found him, and we went and got him, and he has been a delight. He almost acts like he's like super thankful for us picking him up a lot. He is super thankful, and I love him so much for that, honestly. But here's the thing: you're probably wondering how much this is going to cost you. So if you want a copy of your dog, but not the same spirit of your dog, like it would be. Oh, here comes Rocky. Look at him. What a good, oh my gosh, Rocco. Oh my gosh. What a good boy. You a good boy? Don't side-eye me. Rocco. He's side-eyeing me right now with his one good eye. Rocky, you a little chubby, aren't you? All right. This thing is going to cost, cloning a dog costs around $50,000. That's pretty stupid, if I'm being completely honest. $50,000 for a copy and paste. But a cat will cost you $35,000. Which, why is a cat way cheaper? That makes no sense. Why are people doing this? A lot of owners say it's because they can't emotionally let their pet go when it passes away. Well, there's a thing called get the fuck over it. Get over it. He's dead. And the only way to really cherish that dog's life is by not replacing him with an exact copy. Because you know what you do? You start forgetting the originals. You forget the original. And all you'll say is like, he's just not the same. I got a pug. A lot of pugs. Some of them, they look a lot alike, honestly. But I like a little different. I like them to be a little different, if I'm being completely honest. If I am being honest, my grandma, her poor heart here, my grandma, they have a Siamese cat. Now, when I was growing up, for about 22 years, I'm like, yeah, this cat's old. I was talking to my dad about it. Come to find out, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I know that the number is well over 5, but it might be at number 10 or 11. They've gotten, every time this cat dies, they get a new Siamese cat, and they just rename him Ming. What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Is it funny? Yes. Yeah. It tricked me as a kid, but now you just look at it and go, I don't remember the Ming number 12. Oh, Ming number 8 was pretty cool. I don't remember which cat that was. So that would be an example in a way. Like, oh, you could say like, oh, I miss Ming 2. Nah, Ming 3 was pretty good too. It's a sequel at that point. When Rocky goes, if I do get another pug, I might name him Rocky 2. Or I'll name him Apollo. That'd be pretty funny. But I truly feel like if you're cloning your dog, first off, who the hell is paying $50,000 for this dog? A clone, to be exact. Rich people. That's who. Tom Brady. That's pocket change. Give me another dog. Moral of the story is, I truly feel like just go get another dog at a shelter. Or mourn a little bit for your little guy, because that's honestly what I think makes it even more special. Is if you just copy and paste, you take away what you just lost. You know what I mean? You're not dealing with it correctly. And I truly feel like if you just copy and paste them, then what are we doing here? It's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to mourn the loss that is life. It's a big life lesson, if I'm being completely honest, because I mean that you're supposed to learn and understand loss. Dead and dying is like a huge thing that is always guaranteed, and losing an animal will just remind you that death is coming. But in a way, it does something in your mind. I think it's healthy. Okay, I'm getting into a psychology. I'm not a doctor, all right, but I feel like it just makes you appreciate it more is what I was getting at. You will appreciate him a lot more he is one of a kind. I like the original. Don't give me a doppelganger. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, oh, Lordy, this show is wild. First show in, I think we're doing pretty good. It's been a crazy week, if I'm being completely honest, you know? Because it's just, I'm very interested on where these Epstein files are going to come into play. Because they got passed. I am nosed up right now from my allergies, if you couldn't tell this whole episode. We're going to be getting into the Epstein files being released. Oh, actually. First of all, so this will be Epstein related. So there is a rumor going around that Epstein or Russia, I think Epstein had it in an email, and then they're saying Russia has an explicit photo of Trump giving the old sloppy toppy to a man named Bubba. Now, I didn't know this until recently when I looked it up, but Bubba is actually, I believe, Bill Clinton's nickname. There is a rumor that Putin has an image of Trump giving the head of state to Bill Clinton. Am I saying this is true? No, it's a rumor. Claim is recently released in Epstein's family emails. In one email, Mark Epstein asked if Steve Barron can confirm if Putin has a photo of Trump blowing Bubba. Bubba is widely known as Bill Clinton's nickname. Online, people interpreted this as Trump performing oral to Bill Clinton. And the speculation quickly went viral through the memes, jokes, and conspiracy talk. Did it happen? I don't know. It's kind of wild, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I don't even know how to talk about it, you know? It's like, what? When I'm 80, one of our presidents, whoever it is, when I'm 80, is going to be, he's going to end up, I don't even know how to explain this. They're going to be looking at who his OnlyFans subscriptions are, or he was in an OnlyFans video, if I'm being honest. You know? Something stupid. But Mark Epstein denied that Bubba refers to Bill Clinton. Jeffrey Epstein replies to the email appearing joking in tone. No verified photo has surfaced and confirms the alleged act. A circulating photo of Trump touching Clinton is miscaptioned. His hand wasn't actually on Clinton. I don't know if you've ever seen that photo. It's a pretty interesting photo. But I've been seeing a lot of memes about this whole thing. The memes are hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's Chapel Roan. I don't know what song it is. I do know one part in the song is like, in the middle of the night when you're in bed with her, but you're thinking about me. I think that's the lyric. I don't know. But it's like Bill Clinton in bed thinking about Trump. I don't know. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. These videos, memes are hilarious. And there was a new photo, actually. When I wrote this was actually like Monday. There was a photo that we don't know if it's real or fake, but it is wild. It is wild. We need to know if this is. I've seen it as fake, but I've been seeing a lot of people that it was new. I did just see a trailer for a brand new AI photo maker, and the photos look wildly like you can't tell. You will not be able to tell here in the next year or so, because AI is running rampant, and we won't know what's real or fake. And it's something banana, and I'm not here for it because I am terrified. I'm terrified, guys. I don't know how to feel about it. Where's the big Epstein files? There it is. So when that happened, all of a sudden, a couple days later, Trump started saying, yes, release the files. He told the Congress and the Senate, go ahead and pass it. Go ahead and vote yes. So the House passed at 427 voted yes. 1 voted no. First of all, who the fuck was that one? Who is that one guy that voted no to the Epstein list? We got to check out his emails. We got to look at his phone and his wallet pocket. I don't know what the fuck a wallet pocket is, but we got to check it. We got to check it all, because this looks really bad on this guy. Imagine voting no on these Epstein files, but everybody else said yes. You, my sir, might be a pedophile. Okay? I'm just going to say it. And then the Senate passed it anonymously. The president has signed it into law. This means the Department of Justice legally must release the unclassified Epstein investigation records. These aren't rumors. These are valid information that we got. And am I excited for it? Absolutely, because all I want to know is who is on the list so we can tell who is an asshole and who should probably be get rocks thrown at their head. I'm not going to lie. Because the whole situation is obviously everyone knows. Everyone knows what happened and what this is. So obviously, whoever is involved is the worst person in the world, and he will never get off of Santa's naughty list. So I'm very happy for when these get released, but I will say I do wonder how they're going to be released. Under law, they have to be released in 30 days from it being voted. So any day now. We'll probably do it at Thanksgiving. Maybe. We'll just really, that'll be the fucking stone at the glass house. Here's the list. Happy Thanksgiving. I wonder if they're going to try to not release them to saying it's an open investigation. Because I've been hearing that a little bit. I feel like they might pull a sleeve out of something out of their sleeve with this whole thing, because I'm not gonna lie, Trump was all for it, got elected, and when he started saying it was a hoax, I'm sitting here like, whoa, Bo, whoa, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then all of a sudden we're like, yes, get it. This could be because he's just tired of people talking about it. So he's like, yes, just get it out of here. Get this conversation out of here. We're done talking about it. Or I ain't got my tinfoil hat, so we can't really talk about it. Or did they mess with the files enough to where it's clean to get it out so Trump doesn't look bad? I don't know. Only time will tell when these files come out. They're going to be published unclassified Epstein records or related records. Make them public and searchable and downloadable format. Release material from Epstein's case and the Maxwell case. Oh God, where'd it go? Oh my God. Includes investigation documents, correspondence, basically all unclassified evidence that isn't protected by a legal exception. See, that's where the legal exception comes into play. And I feel like something stupid's going to happen here, because they're going to probably heavily redact it saying it's an ongoing investigation. We can't really release it because it's redacted. Who's this person? Don't know. Redacted. Somebody tickled their toes. Do we know who it is? Redacted. You know? So we'll never know. If I'm being completely frank with you, this is where the story gets interested. The DOJ is allowed to redact victim identities, which I feel like that's what they're going to do a lot of that anyway. Private info of witnesses. There's that. And classified information. See, I think we're going to be getting into heavily classified, redacted information that we're going to get. You know what we're going to get? Because we all know what redacted images look like on a file. It's just going to be all black lines saying Epstein is dead. He killed himself. And then we're going to be like, nuh-uh. I don't think we're going to get it much. We're going to get something to where we're going to all be like, just like the JFK files. All it did was just confirm what we already knew, is that the CIA is an awful organization. You know? It's an awful place to be in the CIA. The one no, Representative Clay Higgins, oh, there's his name, is the only member who voted no. His reason? He said the release could expose or harm innocent people connected to the case. He argued witnesses and victims should be protected more aggressively. This is where the debate is happening. Transparency versus privacy. Well, because the victims are out marching and doing like protests and all that. So I think they all want it out. I know probably some of them probably don't, because I'm not going to speak for them. But I feel like a good amount of them want these files out, because I do remember they had like a protest. They were going to make their own list, which at that point, that's a slippery slope, because they could put whoever they wanted on that list, because it's their word versus the other person, whoever they put on the list. So I just want these files out so we can know what is happening and what all went down here. I'm not going to lie. We need to know. The landmark moment. This is a landmark moment. Epstein case involved extremely powerful and influential people. For years, the public believed that the government was hiding key information, which, big surprise, I think they were, which, big surprise, it's the government. A lot of people ask me, like, because I like America. I like where I'm at. They're like, oh, how do you feel about America? And I'm like, yes, I'm here for it. But then they're like, what do you feel about the government? And I'm like, let's fight them. We should not be ruled by the government, because government is corrupt regardless. And I don't like them. I don't like them. Now, but at the same time, redactions could keep major names hidden. That's what I think is going to happen. A lot of major names are going to be hidden because it's going to be redacted. The list might not be the full truth. We may end up with more questions than answers, and that's what I'm not here for. I just want to know what happened. You know what I mean? We just need to know. We just need to know. We need to know what is happening and who was on that island diddling them poor children, because that is the most messed up part out of everything, if I'm being completely honest. You know? Stupid. So Congress actually passed the Epstein files this week, and it's a matter of time before we get them, within 30 days. So we'll definitely be talking about this again. I might have somebody on who is more educated than I am. I am just a man with a pug. He's sleeping. And yeah, I'm excited to see what really happens and what goes down on this Epstein files, because it could be dangerous. It could get interesting. With that being said, I think that's it. You know what? 49 minutes for the first show is not awful. I do plan on having people on, and we will probably be going live again Wednesday to just keep the flow going more and more, so I can get more and more info while the hot news comes out, if I'm being honest. Rocco, do you got anything to say? I'm going to hope my nasal goes away, because I need to blow my nose so bad, if you couldn't tell. So, yeah. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. What you guys' thoughts? Let me know all your guys' thoughts on all these infos. It's very interesting stuff, if I'm being completely frank with you. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Hit that bell so you get notified. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.